Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. I am your humble servant of Her Lady the Morrigan. You may call me Mori, you may call me Crow, you may not call me servant, for she has long since departed this land for the other world. Uh, if you cannot tell by what I have titled what stream is sort of looking like, we are doing a new week of progression. We're going to be going into Ice Age, our first set that is actually done in block format, our first set that is like properly story supported. We have an actual novel for it, as well as a series of short stories that come from Ice Age. It is on the actual magic plane for the very first time instead of just being loosely set in the world. And we are going to be running back something that everyone has seen me run. I'm not doing anything super duper exciting list-wise. You'll see it in the deck when I play it, but just going to give everyone a better look at the list here because I feel like having it here makes it a bit more easy to like understand what I'm doing. It's also linked in my thing, but I primarily am doing this because I want a recorded record of my thoughts for some coming scenarios. And I am ashamed of myself that I did not leave this open. I'm going to pull out a page that is the list of releases in order. This is thanks to the wiki. I love the wiki. It is amazing. But if we look, once we finish Ice Age, we go into Chronicles Renaissance, but neither Chronicles nor Renaissance is actually a proper set. It's more like 4th edition, a core set. But Chronicles is definitely intended less as a playable set and more as a uh, like a supporting product. And if you look, you can see like all of the cards are cards we already have, in theory, access to. Like nothing is terribly out of range for anyone. This is just the reappearance of a lot of very good cards. And we are going to hit the same problem looking back, where once we get out of Ice Age block, this being Ice Age Homelands Alliance, we do Mirage, we do Visions, we hit 5th edition, which we're skipping because it's core set, then we go immediately to Portal, a starter set. Portal does have some unique cards. It is a set that is fully unique cards. But it's not fully, it is mostly unique cards, as you can see by the presence of Armageddon and some other things that are in here. But uh, Portal is not meant to be similarly played how we're playing it. It has a lot of very good cards, but I don't know if we'll be in a place where we want to actually play this as a full week. Mainly because, like, Chronicles is a reprint set. We're just getting a bunch of things we already have access to. Portal isn't going to be a set that we're going to pull much of anything from. It is a lot of things we already have access to, or a lot of things that we already have access to with a different name. Like the hulking stuff. This is going to appear in Visions. We're not going to want to run it anyways, even though we're getting it in Portal. Hurricane's a card that we have access to, but we're not running. Lava Axe, we're getting it in Portal. This is its first printing. But Lava Axe is really expensive for what it's doing. This is a set where a lot of the cards are. I don't know if we want to run this set as an option, because for as many things as it will give us, it's also not giving us anything that we don't have access to somewhere, or that we're not already like looking at and thinking about. Like, I want to be playing in it because it does give a bunch of things for me. Blast will want to be playing in it. There's a lot of good things for him. Like we get a bunch of very interesting things, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a very mixed set as far as like what we can even get out of it. and what we would want from a set like this. Like, it's definitely giving us good things. And I think that, like, a lot of these cards are going to be good. I just don't know if this is a set that we would want to play out in games, since it and Portal 2 and uh, Chronicles are very much so new player or reprint favor. We might do Portal 1 just because it introduces a lot of like very important keywords, just because it introduces a lot of cards that are or reintroduces a lot of cards that are very good. Like, you know, uh, we get it in 5th edition. We're not going to get this for a while, apparently. Lord, I thought we got this earlier. Yeah, we get this much, much earlier. We get this in Alpha. We're getting a lot of either new player or reprint leaning cards. And so it becomes a question of, do we really want to play this set? Is it a interesting environment to be playing in? Especially with all of the additions that we'll be getting out of every set before them. Again, like looking at Chronicles, we're just getting Ice Age, but going into Portal, we're getting 4 sets worth of cards. Coming into Portal Second Age, we're getting an additional 4 sets worth of cards. I think that these sets, specifically the Portal sets, are going to be ones that we do not want to take too seriously. We might use them as like card rewards. We might just pull a few packs of them and move on. But I don't know if I want them to like actually take up space in our proper schedule. Um, Additionally, I am very much so hitting a point where like we're both so settled in what we're doing that unless something wild comes and changes everything that I'm looking at, or unless I get a wild card that like I can use to go into a new archetype, I think I am pretty well set in some flavor of green-red aggressive, or at the very least red aggressive. Curdape being one of the best aggressive creatures sort of puts me into red-green, but I think the rest of this is very much so like in the air on the whole, what am I actually doing front? I think there's some interesting things that I have been doing. I think that I have some good answers and responses to what he is doing. I just don't know if it is going to continue to be enough of a response. Actually, I'm going to make a call here. I'm going to flip these 2 war drums for 2 of my wild growth. This is a very easy way for me to get blown out hard. There's a second strip that I don't have to worry about, but I think wild growth is just too good to ignore. And I'm not on any other like solid pieces of ramp, so having wild growth is probably a reasonable call, all things considered. Everything else is pretty normal for me. I've been going into Meatstone because the list that he's on is playing a lot bigger than I can. And, like, I have graveyard responses because the graveyard has been problematic for me, but I think, like, until I start getting more cards to fit into an archetype that is, like, different than this, or I get some wild cards that can push me out of this, I think I am pretty settled on what I'll be doing for a while. Especially since I think this is just good. Like, I am taking games again, I'm not trying to do silly things. Uh, get me some more blue draw power, get me some more, like fast or stable mana, and I'll start seeing more about what I do. But I think that is pretty settled for me as far as like what I'm looking for, as far as a good, solid foundation for my game plan. This all being said, it is very amusing to listen to and watch myself struggle through these, even as much as I am getting, like, deeply, deeply frustrated with how my luck has been going. Um, I don't know if we exactly want to talk about making changes to, like, our win-loss reward system, mainly because I think changing that would feel worse now than me just continuing to go through and like live. But I also think that, like, with how things have settled for both of us, I don't think there is too much of an easy path out for me compared to for Blast. That might be like it might be another spin, it might be something entirely different. I think that I think that this is just an odd time for all of the things that I want to be doing generally, how I like to play the game. I tend to favor like control and grind personally, but favoring control and grind means that uh, lists like that can get under me very easily, and that I don't always have good pieces to respond to aggression like this. I might, given that I have a very bolstered white package now, look into going into blue-white of some sort. Uh, like blue-white is a lot better for me now, but I just think that in its current iteration, what I have going on is probably about as good as I'm going to be able to do for at least a while. I definitely am feeling my lack of solid draw from blue, and I am feeling like the fact that I tend to have worse mana as a situation because I do not have as neatly focused of a package for any one color as Blast does for black. I think some more elf support would get me better focused into green, and I could be doing more there. I think some more red could push me in that direction. I just don't have anything that, like, screams out to me as being the best options I could be doing as, like, a color set because nothing is really in a good place for my concerns. Uh, getting being at a point where I could get any blue X draw spell in enough quantity puts me in a place where my like sillier blue options become available because we tend to sit here for a while. Getting any getting any more solid white creatures puts me in a place where my white pool is very, very strong against him. Mainly because I'm sitting on a decent number of the prot black creatures and the ability to make more things prot black. I am just concerned with the problem that I know I have been having, which is trying to respect what is happening is leading to me losing more because I'm not putting my own focus enough in my own win around what he's doing. Even though I think now I could probably if I get enough small stuff, I could realistically work around and under what he's doing if I really, really tried. I don't totally know how much of an option it is. Like, I've definitely been looking at my Goblins of the Floor and really thinking about it. I've been looking into the handful of goblins I have, thinking that not many of them are good. Uh, and it's able being I do have a bunch of Chirurgeons. I have four floors. I have a king, even though it's very medium. I have a ski patrol, but it's not good. I have definite options there. I just don't actually think any of it does anything. At least anything with any sizable response for what my opponent is doing. I think maybe at this point I might need to start just ignoring what my opponent is going to be doing. Just fully move on. Don't pretend like my opponent isn't playing the game with me, and instead just run cards around him. But that feels worse. I'm also making a random judgment call here, and I'm flipping the war drums for panic because I think panic is probably generally better. It is just a feeling. Alright. Oh, I'm at 13 cards inside. Okay. Never mind. I'm not doing that, actually. I am just flat keeping both Thor drums and adding panic. I didn't realize it was 13 or 15. I'm just not sure, honestly. There's a lot of things that I could be doing. There's a lot of things that are looking very interesting, but I definitely don't have enough pieces around it that are making, like, my choices good. I don't know. I do not know. I'm thinking maybe generally, like, just in a weird place. But I also definitely am thinking, like, I have a good amount of pieces for this, so I could probably do what I want here. I'm going to to behind the a screen. Sideboard every card that I think could reasonably fit into some flavor of red, blue, X spells. You know, cards that I just forget exist is very fun to see. I also, in theory, have blue-black X spells, but that is a lot harder to run because it only has one outlet in Howl from Beyond. At least at the moment, I only have the one Howl. It's a thought. It does put me in a very interesting place as far as being in blue X spells. Being in blue in general puts me in an interesting place where I can play harder control. The problem is that my harder control ends up being a lot worse for quite some time because all of that harder controlling stuff is sort of weighed down by the fact that a lot of the counter magic that I have available is two or more, and anything anything that goes like higher, or anything that I have aggressively is pretty much worse than any than anything that could come out of the blast, pretty much no matter what. Like in such a way that it becomes almost not worth considering them, but there's still something that I should be like always thinking about. As a great example in this sort of vein, Psychic Venom is a really, really good card, a card I am excited to have, a card that I likely would continue to use for quite some time, but it's just outclassed very, very easily by pretty much everything that the black deck wants to be doing. And as much as I think my desires here are reasonable, it becomes a lot harder to justify the choice when I can like definitively look at a list and say like I'm just not doing anything to the same extent or power level as my opponent is without me having to think much about it. To say nothing of, like, I just don't have, like, anything actually happening here. I think unless I really, really hit, like, wildly powerful things for white out of Homelands or Chronicles or what have you, then I just don't think I have a good reason to change what I'm doing. And if someone can, like, think of one, I'm always willing to hear it. I just don't think I do. Like, let's like this is all of the cards that I think currently fit in this list. We have a bunch of zero mana creatures that I can pretty easily argue to not be running, because they're all 0/1s and are going to be fueling problems. But Flying Men and Goblins of the Forest are great for early aggression. Saber-Tooth Tiger and Serendipifreet are very good problems. Sisters of the Flame is a mana dork. That's a really weirdly good card. It's not going to be great, like, in the one, but it's a good card. Su-Chi, I do not have an out, like, a way to easily sacrifice it, but even, like, where is it? Even putting damage onto it through, like, a meteor shower is good, because it's a good way to make mana, and also it has a decent body, so if the body is relevant, the body is relevant. Voldaren mages are force spikes. Force spikes are just good. I should, like, think about having them, even if they are 1/1s and not really doing much else. Wall of Vapor is one of the best blockers I have. The only sadness that is that it does not have a flying. Uh, this is all of my current X spells in these colors. Disintegrate is just the best X spell I have, pretty much no matter what. Then there's Fireball, Meteor Shower, and Lava Burst. Lava Burst is very, very interesting, but I don't think it's good. Uh, then we have Stone Rain for lands. We have 4 Counterspell, 1 Force Spike, 3 Power Sink, Summon and Brainstorm. This is a weird slot here. The Monolith and Power Artifact is pretty much how this is running. Then there's Volt, Millstone, and Soul Ring for just, like, options to do. Uh, Mox because Mox, Crypt because graveyard stuff. Then we have Venarian Gold. It just stuns a creature for X turns, and I think that's pretty good. We have Snowfall, which is High Tide, but you have to pay for it every turn, and that price gets higher and higher and higher. I don't think that's bad. Psychic Venom is for lands, but I just don't think it's good. And then the, like, normal land base that I add to every deck because it is just that good. The 2 library, 2 strip, factory, and maze. We're at 67 here. Even, like, if I cut out all of those, we're at 62, and I've yet to add in lands to hit 28. So let's go ahead and put those in. Not all the Mountain Chocobo. Mountain. This is 7 without this. So 9 and 9 rough math gets me to 27. Then I add one of either color. I'm at 82. And here it's like, well, okay. I can't get out of red because red is where my damage, where like the outs are for this. Blue control is just too good to give up on. Stone Rain is probably not something I should keep. Here, the mages are probably cuttable, just on instinct. It's taking up the 3 slot when there's already a bunch of things that want to be played on 3. Suchi is very easily cuttable. And then it hits a point where it's like, okay, what remaining can go and leave me like in a place that I can play the game. Venoms? Gold? I'm at 10 cards, and like pretty much everything here is relevant to the plan except for that. So I'm at 9 cards over. I don't want to mess with the mana base, because that's really, really solidly locked in. Like, I could make it so that the primary plan is this, and instead of being infinite, I'm just using Snowfall. But that's pretty fragile. And also we will throw one of the mages into that. And there now I'm not only at 5 cards off, I'm also looking at like like has my sideboard tuned right? Probably not, but I think like this is a reasonable tuning. Is my creature base right? I mean it works, but like it feels like I'm missing a breakpoint here at 2, but that should be fine. I'm supplementing it by counter magic. Is 63 a playable place to be? Probably not. So that probably means I cut the like this bit of top end, and like this doesn't feel like it is going to be competitive. Like I've gotten the list down to a place where it is playable, but like it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Like it feels like it's relying too much it- on the same thing that the older versions are on, where it's relying on 2 cards to do stuff. I think probably my best choice is to stick to this until I get something that provides me go. But like beyond that, I think like yeah, I'm pretty much in in the colors I am in until either I get enough white to justify a change, or I hit a point where like the actual things I'm doing aren't but like are going to stop working, which honestly feels pretty soon. Like even one of the cards that says destroy all green creatures is going to fuck me over because like Salad is just becoming a really important creature for me on the low end. Okay. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to vamp until my partner decides to join. That or I'm thinking it's an hour earlier than it is, in which case I'm just going to minorly change. It might be that I think it's that I'm an hour early and I'm just vamping to vamp, but I also do enjoy these nights where I get to stream later. So I am going to change the category now because as much as I would enjoy just chilling and chatting about this, I am going to take a very brief moment and do something for myself. You know what? You know what it's gonna be, everyone. Now this is we're gonna have a change of plans. Unplanned change of plans. Read totally planned. I'm probably just dumb. Uh, edit stream info. Title. Change title. That title. Alright, plans have changed. Our arrangement has changed. Pray I do not alter it further. I am pretty contentedly just going to keep chilling and yapping and chatting about, like, whatever the fuck. And if I see people come in and, like, send messages, they come in and send messages, and that'll be a lovely time. But, uh, until I actually get a signal from my lovely, lovely partner in crime here, uh, y'all are gonna get more Psychonauts out of me. I'm not gonna do any, like, tech practice, because I really want to spend my mental energy on games instead of that. But, what do you mean K-pop Demon Hunters is getting a world tour? What? That's not a thing? There's there's not enough songs in the catalog of hundreds for a full fucking concert. There's a lot of songs in the movie for a concert. It's like maybe we get a symphonic concert? That'd be chill. But like, okay, sure, why ever not? I guess shrug. Um, yeah, in case you weren't aware of that, neither was I until right this moment. Yeah, I'm gonna make my stream partner sweat a bit. I fully intend to like join around the time that he needs to play this movie, but I'm also going to be a bit of a bitch about it and ignore his presence to play Kelly. I'm going to turn off the volume. I turned it down for myself. I'm gonna put it at 70. Alright, I've been playing a bit just uh, casually off stream, because I like the game. And more importantly, you don't get to see the full journey.
This guy needs a duffel bag
You have
tag.
that. But we are currently in the southern
Once we get these light ticklers hooked up, the stage show is going to be incredible.
we are in the Cyclone Sensorium, a level based around psychedelic music, the psychedelia movement, sort of in general, and the senses.
Have you guys ever tried saying yes?
No, I've thought about it, and I would like to say no to this star pit, but I'm not allowed to, because it cost me. The ability of the Psy King Taurus, one of the interesting new ones for this game, is the ability to slow down time for certain things. Or, more accurately, or how it is explained, stretch your own sensation of time such that it becomes slow for you. Time moves at the same rate, but you don't necessarily have to experience at that pace. And that is one of my absolute favorite little logic. Little pieces of interesting logic in this game is.
Aha! Here's the Hatbox tag.
Is that you are not technically properly slowing time,
Am I using these terms correctly? It's been a while.
but you are you're slowing your perception of it. If you're curious
More of
as
those
to
killing friends.
what is happening logic and lore-wise,
Don't tell
additionally,
Vision I said
yes,
this, but eyeballs
is-
are kinda gross.
this is
If you
Jack
look
Black
at them closely,
casually.
I already feel horrible for saying that.
However, the sort of story to catch you up is that we need access to the free areas where Agent Ford Kroger's brain has split off to go. Because
Oh, I know
teleporter,
this one. This is
he goes sort of where he
blender,
pleases. Yes, thank you. And
This is a strange way to use a blender.
because of such, he is able to be in multiple places at the same time. It's
Oh, you're right. It's a lamp. A lamp for making drinks.
thank you, Jack. Less, everywhere, anywhere, all at once, and more,
Good old Vision.
more. He
always
just sort
had
of
such a good
appears
eye.
in places
You know, visuals.
as people need to see them.
We are all just frequencies in the same beam of light, rainbow bound and bonded.
Thank you very much. So he is. So he is currently.
Think that statue's big enough? Ah, well, you need a big ego at the front of the band, am I right?
Can we get a little more volume in this mic?
He is currently in 3 places without his ability to remember it.
My eyes feel so full, I think they might throw up.
He
Is that
is
possible? Is that what crying
the
is?
barber, the bowling alley manager, and he is the mailroom head. Now, we have access to the mailroom. The mailroom is where we started as an intern. I was our very first intern assignment, even if it was not a great intern assignment. No, to jump in and leave. And that breaks a lot of computers. I think that's funny. And
I remember now. This stuff is called ivy.
thank you.
I assume because of all the giant eyes.
Oh, you know what? It's good enough, fight. So what has happened is that he is in these places all at once. And you have to get in contact with him and restore his brain to being actual Agent Ford Kroger, a member of the Psycho 6, Psycho 7, as it is revealed, and proper Psychonaut agent and probably would have been head, honestly, but again, he
Yeah, I know
a
this looks
little
like a blender,
lost
but
his
do
mind.
not pour any drinks in it.
So, Ford is summoned to the head of the
Path is
Psychonauts,
clear to the
away
object
from
we
the
desire.
Titanium, keeping his mind whole.
What was that again? Something to
And
do with
we
mixed drinks?
we get we go over to see Otto Mentalis, the head researcher and lead gadget guy of the Psychonauts. He's right, he's all of the best parts of R&D and also
Oh, right, it's a violin.
a
That's
pseudo
what we
mad
wanted.
scientist.
Well, what are you waiting for?
He gives you access to some tools that make mobility around the world easier. Namely, the ability to detect stray thoughts and sort of form them into paths that you can use mental connection on, but more importantly, he gives you access to the Brain Index, let this roll.
Yeah!
Alright, cool. That was reference to the rock and roll game that Greg liked it. I forgot about that. Flight script. Oh, there's actually.
And it's better, but to handle a crowd that size, we need the whole band, man. We need Tasty, Sniffles, Dr. Touch.
And Audie.
Yeah, audio. You're remembering, man.
Where are they all now?
Oh, they wandered off when the audience left. Could be anywhere. This festival covers so many acres.
Hey!
And now he's on.
Didn't we used to have a cool band van?
Fieldmobile!
What's on baby?
I'll bet they're still at the festival somewhere.
Alright, so.
Woohoo! So what's driving?
We're not here to run people over, all right?
You want me to drive? I don't want to brag, but I've got,
They might have wandered into the campgrounds, it's true. Careful, this van's barely holding together as it is. Ooh, our promoter's not gonna like that.
Sorry.
So,
These are the concession stands. If they got hungry, they'll be here.
the logic of this level
Good idea. Let's look here.
is that the story sort of leading up to this is that you are using this brain to insert into the body of Nick John Smith, the current mail department clerk, to get into the office where the head of the mailroom works. Now, this brain was a brain sent to Otto Mentalis. In the mail, it got a name, and then it got cataloged and never actually dealt with. So this brain has been sitting in perfect sensory isolation. Hello?
Suitcase tag.
Suitcase.
That's what I need here.
Has been sitting in perfect sensory isolation for however long it has been in catalog. I think it's revealed that it has been like the full 50 years that the organization has been without the Psychic 7. To you,
Let's
put
go
this
somewhere else.
brain
Everybody, back in the van.
You put this brain into an exhausted body and
Can't
give it
beat that old van
full
smell.
sensory overload.
They might have wandered into the campground. Good idea. Let's look here.
When you put the brain into the body,
This is the campground.
And-
Dr. Touch and Artie used to like to come here.
They like to get high out here.
So, you're saying they're up there?
yes, that's what gets
The view
high
up there's
means.
amazing.
That's definitely why your sense of touch and smell are high.
It's all so beautiful.
I'm sorry, I'm being snarky with this game. Let the game up here me. You give this poor buddy aggressive levels of sensory overload. Like, the worst case of sensory overload that you could give someone. And
I've heard about music festivals like this. This one is surprisingly clean.
here's the box. In the process of attempting to like make this body a usable body, you go into its mind and attempt to work things out internally. This induces not the act of you going in, but all of the sensory information that the brain is now receiving leads to full-blown, and for this game's case, fightable, panic attacks. Oh, shoot.
Still, where are all the bathrooms?
The panic attacks inspire... Oh, okay then. I did that. Something like that. That's annoying. The panic attacks that you have... What happens there? The panic attacks that this body is subjected to are so bad that it forces another sensory shutdown.
Actually, I hope I don't find them. That would really be a feast of the senses.
I think you find that you're going to lick the toilet rolls. So you install this brain into this body. It gets a horrific case of sensory overload, and you go in to help resolve the sensory overload and make the brain, like, sort out all of the sensations. It's also pretty seriously heavily implied through primarily dialogue from the Psyking that whoever had this body
Case tag.
nice,
Gotcha.
also had some form of synesthesia or something to that effect, as a lot of sensory words.
No, we don't. See? Here you go. Me? You started this. Oh, choo-choo. Here comes the blame train. For someone who's all ears, you really don't know how to listen. For someone who's all fingers, you've really lost your grip on reality. Are you full of wax or something? Look, I don't want to fight. Me either. Let's just be quiet. Fine with me. Me too. I heard that.
The brain has some other sensory processing thing happening. Because it's very clear through a bunch of different lines that there's like some sensory confusion happening outside of
Didn't you guys see
the
huge
overload
crowd
happening?
down there? People are screaming for the feast of the senses.
That's what I've been telling this one. But the problem with him is that he just won't listen.
Without Psyking, there is no feast. There's nothing.
But Psyking is back.
What?
He's down by the van with Vision.
But we're not ready. We haven't practiced. Dr. Touch, where are our instruments?
I thought you had them.
But we're here dealing with sensory overload and sorting out the senses, and part of that, uh,
I'll look for
in
them in a minute after I do some stuff.
Okay, we'll just stand here and fight with him.
a part of that in this, a part of that in this brain's logic is that in the logic that this brain is sort of held under. Like that, actually. Part of the logic here is that all of the senses have been separated and lost something essential to themselves, their connection to the body. And so we are gathering the senses, reestablishing their connection to the body, and in so doing, reestablishing their connection to the mind inside of who is currently inhabiting it. If sort of strong example here, doing that whole quest thing sort of ends up with the result of the eyes sort of regaining their connection to colors and being able to process like light again. We're going to do another one for taste and for touch and for smell. But this whole thing is using this sort of psychedelic metaphor of getting a band back
I'll look for
together.
them in a minute after I do.
Damn it. For
Let me
a
take a look. I bet.
Sounds good to me.
concert.
Give you a hand.
And we're definitely dealing with a lot of the psychedelic imagery that is very, very common here in this like genre of music. We're definitely like riffing
Okay,
on
2 instruments coming up.
Hey, I love what they've done with the place.
Okay, let's get those instruments.
like a lot of the
If I know
music
Audie, this is gonna sound awesome.
and
Oh, and
such
Dr. Touch is good too.
in here is
Yep.
like riffing on a lot of the psychedelic stuff coming out of the
Careful.
60s,
Dr. Touch can be a little handsy.
but also like a lot of that sort of Beatles style of psychedelia. And you can definitely see that with like a lot of the kaleidoscopic stuff being that like sort of
But what you feel.
thank you.
You're mind nugging now, okay?
Being that sort of 60s style kaleidoscopic psychedelia stuff that you see in the era, but also like their uniforms are very reminiscent of Sgt.
Very
Pepper's.
clever slowing that down. I was about to suggest it.
You can see
Very clever slowing that down.
Oh.
I was about to suggest it.
like you can see yeah, like reality is, time is, perception is, illusion is. Like these interconnecting ideas of sense, sensation, and altering the senses that all sort of flows out of psychedelia.
Aha! The instruments! Nothing between me and them except that innocuous-looking empty platform.
What kind of
I need the steamer truck tag for this guy.
strong descriptor there, Roz?
Oh, Audie and I used to sneak up here and talk about our hopes and dreams. It's so beautiful.
Definitely would describe this platform as innocuous instead of, like ominous and foreboding. headphones on for that one. It's very, very fun. But this is again just like the psychedelic genre. This is
I just remembered something I need to do. Oh, that looked painful. But take it from me, feeling bad is better than feeling nothing. All right,
like this is how this genre works. This is how
Cyclops, delicious, packed, mental energy.
this is very much so one of those like
keep dodging,
the
kid.
art style and genre is a major influence on how things look, how things are acting.
You didn't hear this from me, but maybe you should just burn them all. I really think it's time to get rid of these things. This didn't used to be such a dangerous area, I swear. Do that thing with your head again. You want me to take care of these guys? Give the old one too. Barry. Keep dodging, kid.
This is definitely one of those like, if you like Jack Black as a performer, you're going to enjoy this level. If you don't, you will find more reasons to dislike it.
The old one too. I can hear the sound of one hand clapping. And it's deafening.
Just calm down.
Okay.
Stay calm there. Stay calm.
I'll give it.
Oh no. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm about to go on stage. I don't like it here. My heart is racing. I have a heart.
Hold it. Here. Okay. We are slowly making progress towards that happening. Towards tonight actually being a viable night. Uh Amazing idea. I apologize for pausing here. Uh, handling things in the background for tonight's. Alright. Alright. Yeah, my lovely companion has just narrowed it down. Meaning likely, my lovely companion is likely in either in chat or listening to me. One of them too.
My fight or flight response is triggering. I say fight. Fight! Stay calm, man. Stay calm.
Thank you for the mental energy, Cyclops.
Oh no. I can't breathe. How do we get out of here? My fight or flight response is triggering. I say flight. Flight! Oh, all right. I'm feeling better. I'm ready to help. Hey, where'd he go?
Attack overcame.
You don't need to reach far to touch the infinite.
They might not like it, but it was just so great playing with you cats again. Just so great.
You look good, Psy King.
Let's face facts, guys. It's not going to work unless we get the whole band back together.
Well, we need Sniffles and Tasty.
It's so fun to me that my preferred order for grabbing these guys is always touch and audio first. I wonder if there's a dialogue change other than just like swapping the names that you get if you do it in the other order. Because obviously, like, you're not gonna do the thing until you have all 5 members. Yes, yes. But also, like,
I'm
clearly,
not sure this stage is structurally sound.
there's like something.
Let's go somewhere else.
Everybody, back in the van. Yeah, these are the concession stands. Good idea. Let's look here.
I want this area
Tasty
to
and Sniffles hung around here a lot.
load and have the thing happen, but I can, yeah, I can put that worrying. Alright. Hopefully, I can tell that he has not. His streak is not kicked off. I can throw you all to a whole screen.
Tired? So we're gonna go and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna see how well we both play. Because I have no idea how well I'm gonna be functioning this evening. So we're just gonna roll with it. Um, I am eager. So we're doing progression this week, and so we are on with Tori. Say hi, Tori.
Hello, hello.
Um, how do you feel going into this week?
Um,
Yeah, hi.
uh, honestly, about the same.
Uh huh. It has been a minute. Like, let me just be very honest. If unless something wild happens with the Homelands cards we pull, what we are playing this week is likely what we're playing next week.
Yeah, pretty much. Homelands has some very interesting possibilities. Like, definitely some very
Oh, for
interesting
sure.
additions,
But
but
it's also infamous for being uh one of the worst sets of Magic ever printed.
yes,
Uh,
it's
but there's certainly some interesting designs in there. I'll absolutely give you that.
like we have interesting minotaurs, which sure, that's a
Oh
thing, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Uh, I might be getting interesting things,
Hmm.
but I think like the main thing we're getting is going to be like you're getting carriage.
Uh huh.
And, oh, how much you need black carriage.
As I said, there's some interesting stuff going on in there. I would be extremely hesitant to call it good.
Yes, I agree. I'm hesitant to call this a good set, but I'm
But
definitely.
you're right that it probably is not quite deserving of the universal mockery that it has received to this point.
I mean, up until Spider-Man, it had the only two legendary common creatures.
True.
There are at least five playable cards competitively. Is this because the format at the time demanded that you play 5 cards from each set that was legal? Probably. That's not important, though.
That's not important though. The important part is that people played them.
Yeah, the important part is that
But
they were
before
played.
we get to the wonders of Homelands, I suppose we should show our deck text for this week's decks for
Yes, for Ice
Ice Age,
Age.
which is a much better set. It's a much
Significantly.
better set. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut over to those and get that started.
Very much the same. Uh, no, everyone, you are not mistaken. I can jump in and fill in here. This is just, like, a fairly standard blue-black list coming out of Blast. However, there is no audio for this deck tech. There will be audio for mine. Right, this is my deck tech for Ice Age. We are running deck essentially the same list. I am adding in Lightning Bolts. I'm adding in the full set of Synchros that I have. We are still on Kurdig. We're adding Sabertooth Tiger because it's a very good aggro creature. Still on Thalids. We are still on the same mana base. 2 Disintegrates, 1 Chain Lightning. Our sideboard has stayed pretty much the same, with the addition of a singular Wild Growth and swapping Monk's Sapphire in for side to main Meatstone, as I am staying underneath that threshold the entire time, and I know that whatever Blast is doing will be above it. Who knows how this is going to go, aside from the record that says it's going to go poorly for me. But I'm excited to see where this leads. All right. Very exciting things happening.
Very expected things happening.
Yeah, honestly. Not anything that is surprising.
There wasn't a whole lot that was going to there wasn't a whole lot that was going to throw us from the decks that we were already on, at least for the
No.
moment.
I will say, no one was here for this because I was talking about it in my free time when I am allowed to stream what I want. I do have a back pocket idea. I just don't know if it's a good thing to transition to.
Mm. All right. All that having been done, let's get into some games.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm gonna keep this hand.
I cannot keep this hand. Never check the top card. Oh, okay. I don't feel bad about checking the top card now.
Okay.
It
I
was
would
nothing.
regret checking the top card. Oh, also we should roll for first.
Indeed.
Okay. You're first.
Yeah. Um, I'm definitely going to take the draw here.
Okay.
We will bottom
Thought you were trying to go under me this week.
this card. I said I could. I'm doing this for different reasons, and I will let you take one.
Sure. Um, All right then. On my turn, I'm gonna untap upkeep. We're gonna go to main one. We're gonna play a swamp. I'm gonna play this vampire bat.
Yeah,
It's a flyer.
it is. It sure is a flyer.
That is an incredible list of magic cards to know, by the way. Black Lotus, Colossal Dreadmaw, Awakening Sun's Avatar, and Clone.
Oh, yeah, that is an
That rocks.
interesting list. It makes
That actually
sense.
rocks.
I
I
mean,
love that for you, Fabled Storm.
that is one of the most famous cards in the game. One
One
of
of the
the
most famous
most.
cards of all time. One of the most memed
Yeah.
on cards of all time.
Yep. A
Uh
card so generic that it's astounding that like duh, it's in a game, and
huh.
then wildly Awakening Sun's Avatar.
Big dinosaur. Oh, you know what? I know how you know Awakening Sun's Avatar because it's equivalent to Jirac Meteor.
Can I get the turn?
Oh yes, sorry, I got busy talking.
No, you're fine. You're very
Oh
fine.
yeah,
You've just forgotten that this is not an automated system,
I have.
and I would like a turn. Go.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Swamp for turn. I'm gonna him you.
Sure. Response is going to be draw off library. Now
Yeah.
you mayhem.
All right. I'm gonna. One in five.
That is going to be factory, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a mountain.
All right. That seems good. I doubt you're running too many land. Like you kept too many lands in that hand. So cutting you off two of them seems like it will probably me at something of a thing here.
We're
I
going
dislike that you can immediately resume librarying, but
go.
yeah, Tormods. I saw that in your deck list and immediately knew that was going to be something you were trying to make happen.
Trying, air quotes.
I'm gonna play a swamp for turn. I'm gonna swing in with a vampire bats.
Yep, I will take 2.
I'm only paying one.
Wild, alright, I'll take 1. It'd be him too?
Oh no, no, actually, following up with a Brine Shaman.
Sure.
That's turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. We will continue to library.
Yeah.
We will land and pass.
Okay.
Was not expecting the
That
red
seems.
source hit to be the problem here.
Nor was I. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Um. I'm gonna pay 3, play out an Ashnod's Altar, and pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. This is going to be land, float mana, draw off of the library. We're going for
Yeah.
Felon's Chant.
Okay.
And
Whenever a
I,
player puts Swamp into play, they take 3 damage unless they put a -1/-1 counter on a creature they control.
yep, I will ship
Okay.
it over to you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay.
Mhm.
Um. I'm gonna play a Swamp.
Uh-huh.
Target my Vampire Bats for the -1/-1 counter.
Sounds good.
Sack it to alter in response.
Sounds good.
Tap for an additional 3.
Uh-huh.
Play Fallen Angel.
Yeah.
Go to combat.
Okay.
Hit you for 1 with my Brine Shaman.
Take the 1.
Pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I will pay green for felons in upkeep.
Yes.
We will land for turn, tap library, and draw. We
Yep.
will go Thallid to stack. Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about the Thallid. Then I will tap 1, and I will bolt the Angel.
In response, I'll sack the I'll sack the Brine Shaman to Fallen Angel's ability. Give it a +2/+1.
Sounds perfect to me. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Combat.
Yep.
Swing in with my Angel.
15.
Main 2.
Mhm.
Island for turn.
Okay.
Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Pay for felons and upkeep.
Yep.
Would be. Yeah, let's do it this way. Draw off of that. Counter on the Thallid.
Yep.
Let us Maze of Ith.
Yeah. I have no current ability to deal with that card. That is prevents me from attacking, basically.
Thallid.
Second Thallid, okay.
Second Thallid, swing for 1 and say go.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Hmm?
Library for turn.
Huh?
Attempt to swing with Fallen Angel.
Maze you.
Fallen Angel untaps. Pass turn.
Sure. Untap, upkeep, draw. Pay for the chant.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for library. Oh, counters on Thalids. Ugh. Too many
Gotta
things.
remember here.
It's primarily the Thalids that I'm gonna forget, because Thelons is one I just want to keep.
Mm-hmm.
Wing.
Um, block one of them? Question mark?
Wild Growth, the one that was blocked.
That is not the card you
Oh,
want to play there.
You are correct. That is not what I wanted. The block is still good.
Okay.
Which?
I'm gonna block the one with more counters.
Sure. Wild Growth attaches to that forest.
Sure.
Herd Ape. 2/3.
Yeah, that happens.
Go.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, pay for felon, add a
Upkeep,
counter.
solid trigger. Yep.
Draw for turn. Main one. Library draw.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. I would like to shatter targeting altar.
Yeah, happens.
Valid.
How do you feel about the changes you did end up making for this week?
Um. all right. Wild growths came into my main, which
Hmm.
I'm sort of feeling medium about, but I
Hmm.
actually feel sort of fine about. Go.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
Because, like, it could be something else, but I don't have enough elves, like elf dorks, to make it work. And I think anything else makes my curve too bad. Sure, DT.
Mhm. Keep going.
And the only other change that I made was putting Meatstone into main instead of Mops, and removing
Uh-huh.
the cute things for Sabertooth Tiger.
Uh-huh.
Which cute things for Sabertooth Tiger is just reasonable. It was also cute things for
Yeah.
Bolt, which I feel like was a very
Mhm.
reasonable play.
Bolt is a very strong card.
Uh, or 12.
Oh, not gonna amaze me.
Not that one.
Uh, Personally, I don't find that offensive. Um, I find
Uh,
it very funny, and it's honestly going to be one of the more challenging ways to play dinosaurs. But I find it very funny, and you should try it.
I'm going to clear this Thallid and make a
Out of
Saproin.
That would be interesting. There's not a whole lot of dinosaur support in blue. Um,
Well,
not
not.
not really. No,
No,
there's a
no,
handful of dinosaurs that are good in blue,
there's not the
but there's
explicit support you want. However, like, blue is a card that exists.
yeah, there's like one good blue dinosaur. It's a very good blue dinosaur, but
It's a really good blue dinosaur.
kind of underrated blue dinosaur in this day and age. We're talking, of course, about
Not
what's the
Nezahal.
name of it? Not Nezahal. You're not talking about
Although,
Nezahal.
actually, I think technically I am disobeying the restriction. Nezahal is very good. I was actually legitimately thinking of blue.
Oh, like Blue the Raptor,
Yes, but
the
blue
like Jurassic
is.
Park.
Yeah, but blue is Simic, so
Blue
blue
is
is
Simic.
also
Yeah,
green. Swing for
fix
4.
this. Um, Block one of the phallids.
That's the
You
card I wanted.
actually have a giant
That's
growth this
Giant
time.
Growth.
I see. Um, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. So you're going to take 3 there.
I take 3.
Then in main 2, I would like to play second Felon's Chant
Fascinating.
and say go.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Hmm. Probably should have gone for something other than the Spectre off the DT.
Oh, yes.
Like I was deciding between the Spectre or the or hymning you again,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of didn't occur to me that you would actually have a giant growth in hand this time.
The power of library thing out here.
Unfortunately, Awakening Suns. Wait, hold on. Awakening Sun. That absolutely would work, wouldn't it? It just says
Yeah,
cast from your hand.
it is cast from hand, but
Yeah, if you cast it from hand, so it would still work if you cloned it. Just
oh
because
yeah,
it
you're right.
enters as. Yeah,
Because it enters as
that'd
the
be very
thing.
funny. Yup.
Yeah, that specific clone is enters as the thing. There's some clones that are not quite that.
I'm gonna pass turn here. I think I'm losing this game.
I disagree, but go on. Tap that one forest for the 2 chance, and
Don't you
counterspell
need to
that.
pay one? Oh, right, because wild
It's
growth.
wild
Yep,
growth.
yep,
In this
yep, yep.
instance, wild growth. Uh, land Birdape the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Block the Curdape. Hope you don't have another removal spell.
Technically removal spell. I'd like to cast a Stampede.
Ugh. Yeah. See how? You know what I said about you in the lead on this game?
It's going to be 6.
Yeah. Go down to 10.
Um,
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I'm an idiot. Hold on. I want to force spike that Stampede.
yeah, you're good. So 3. 3, not 6.
Okay. So I go up 3 and I keep my Fallen Angel.
Correct. Actually, I will also keep my verdict then
Sure.
by tapping Maze.
That's. I think that's where a lot of people are about a lot of games. There's a lot of space of just like people don't really know what they're talking about a lot of the time, or at least that's the like the broad view vision you might get of the format pretty easily. That's true. They don't know what they're talking about a lot of the time. This not that this is a format in particular. We're just doing silly things, but like I think that's a lot of people's the way a lot of people hear about different card games is just hearing that stupid things are possible in those games.
Yep. All right.
It's still my turn. I'm debating. So I'm in the unfortunate position. I would like to. You are on library. You've only just like this turn turned off your library.
Yep.
Um, and so I need to decide whether I want to try and push up towards library or try and just hold you off it. I think I'd just hold you off it. I'm gonna pay 1 to raise dead.
Mm-hmm. Target
Target my
Inspector.
specter.
Yeah. Responses would be Sack Crypt.
Yep. Okay. I've only spent 1 mana to do that, so that
I
works.
spent nothing.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Honestly, very happy with that.
Yep. Pester.
You need to exile everything but that raise dead.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Uh,
You're right. Gotta actually do what the card says.
I would like to Undrabandra.
Hmm. I assume at this point your plan to deal with it is just to maze whatever I block.
That is
We've gone through
correct.
like 2 theoretical removal spells.
That is correct. My plan is to just ignore it and Undrabandra through the fact that you have a blocker.
Also, this is exactly what I was talking about of just like, oh, you're winning this game. Like, I don't have the creatures on board to deal with what you're doing right now.
Singular Sacral. Undrabandra resolves.
Okay. Yeah. Himyu?
Or
Let me roll that one of those. Or you can just take the second card out twice, I guess. That either way works.
Here you go. Land.
Cool. At least you're down where I am.
Well,
Relatively.
relatively.
I'm gonna play an Ornithopter.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm going to attack you with my Fallen Angel.
9.
That's turn.
Untap, upkeep. I will pay for the things. I will put counters onto my Thalids. I will set this Thalid to 0 to make a Saproling.
Hmm.
I will draw.
Uh-huh.
This Saproling cannot attack. Undra says hello.
I will block. How much damage? That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 attackers. 8 damage.
No. It's 7.
No, it's 8 before blocks.
It's 7 before blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
There's
6. Oh, you're right.
2
It's 8.
Thalids, 2 Saprolings, and 2 Card Apes.
You're right. That is 8.
So I have to block. I'm gonna block one of the Thalids.
I would like to cast Giant Growth. Target me.
Target who?
Target any unblocked creature.
Okay. You said target me. Like what?
Yeah, I mean,
I am obligated. I am obligated to try and stop this. I am gonna try to force spike you.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
Undra,
Good
Bundra,
game.
Undra,
You get
Bundra,
the
Undra,
game.
Bundra.
You get the game. All right. Um. That's kind of what I expected to happen with those. I think we swap that in.
We'll make a bit of a weird call here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take out the card that fucked me over.
Whoa. Uh, da, da, da.
I know this is a crazy call for anyone watching my POV to be like, whoa, why would you do that? And it doesn't mess with my head, and that's not okay.
Uh, so we have sort of run into an issue with my deck,
Uh-huh.
which is that when you get down to it, I'm really not actually running very many creatures. Period.
Yeah, I think I am undating the Bunga a little bit too hard for your deck.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm ready.
Very much the same. Are you on first or second?
I'm on first.
Yeah. I have a keepable hand.
We're gonna call it keepable.
Okay, sounds good.
Untap upkeep main,
Mhm.
swamp pass.
Ooh, that's exciting. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. Main is going to be Forest, then Crypt, then Thallid.
Oh.
Go ahead. I am
Untap
undating the Bungaing.
Swamp.
Uh-huh.
Brine Shaman.
Sure.
Pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. mountain. I would like to cast Panic targeting Brine Shaman.
Target creature cannot block this turn. You draw a card next turn's upkeep. Okay,
Yep.
sure.
I would like to poke you.
Yeah, I take one.
I would like to pass the turn.
What are you expecting to happen? You panic. You panicked my 1/1 to let your 1/1 through. What?
Yep.
I'm a plan island for turn.
Uh-huh.
I'm a tap 2 to play a Brian Shan. Oh, let me tap that differently, technically.
Mmm. Untap, upkeep, and draw. We will go for a Montania.
Monster call.
No, that was
I
draw
may actually
Montania.
I may actually have to like you may finally have figured out what to do, how to beat this deck, and that if the Unga Bunga works, I'm gonna have to rethink my strategy because
Andro,
this deck
Andro,
cannot
Andro,
Unga
Andro.
Bunga. This deck, as it currently stands, cannot Unga enough to Bunga.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Uh-huh.
Him?
Sure. 2 cards. That is Sabertooth Mountain.
Okay, yeah, Sabertooth Mountain works. I'm cool with that actually. Saber Tiger is a dangerous card.
Yes. Anything else?
Swamp for turn?
Uh-huh.
Pass. Before you like get a big thing and make it so I can't.
Sabertooth Tiger. Going to set the Thallid to 0 to make a sapling. And I will pass to
Yup.
you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That is not what I was hoping to draw here.
Mm-hmm. I'm always excited to hear that.
We'll play a swamp for turn.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna pass.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'm not even gonna
Oh.
play the swamp for turn. We don't need that.
Okay. Just pass.
Yeah, just pass.
Okay.
There's always a chance you draw into a library.
True, true, true. Uh... Two. 1. I would like to disintegrate for 3 a Brine Shaman.
You're gonna disintegrate my Brian Shaman.
Yes.
Which one?
Either. It's 3.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
This
I'm
is either
going
I get one of them,
to.
or I get one of them engraved and one of them exiled, or I get both of them engraved. And I do not terribly care which.
I mean, if I just sack the one you're targeting before
Yes, but
disintegrate happens.
yes, but then it means I can get in for damage easier.
I'm going to tap and sacrifice the Brine Shaman to its own ability.
Sure.
To give the other one +2/+2. So it's at +3/+3 until end of turn.
Okay. I will then ape.
For 3.
And I will say
Yep.
go.
238.
Yeah.
Brian Shaman goes back down.
Does.
Goes back down. There we go. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna pay 1 to raise dead my Brine Shaman.
I will crypt you off of it, because I don't want to deal with more creatures.
Happens. I'm going to cast the Vampire Bats.
Sounds good.
Pass turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, and do it all. I will swing for 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 5.
Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Pass turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Counter. 6.
I kind of have to do something now, don't I?
Probably.
I'm gonna throw my bat in front of the Thallid, pumping it for 1.
Anything else?
So it's not at the moment.
Okay. Can I stampede here? And while I do so, I would also like to take my counters off and make a 1/1.
In response, I'm gonna brainstorm.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna draw 3, 2 back on the on top, of course.
Hmm.
Top. Top. Brainstorm resolves. Stampede resolves.
Sounds good. It's going to be 9.
Yeah, Thallid and the Vampire Bat trade, and I take 9. I go down to 5.
Absolutely. Over to you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to Darkrit.
Sure.
Add an additional 2 mana.
Hmm.
Eater of the Dead.
Yeah.
Put a Mishra's Factory into play.
All right.
Pay 1 and Portent.
Sure.
Gonna look at the top 3 of my library.
Mhm.
I'm gonna choose to shuffle.
Sounds good.
Portent resolves.
Mhm.
Your turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Um,
At the beginning of your upkeep, I draw a card off Portent.
that is correct. Rip Mine Factory.
Yeah, that happens.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Island for turn.
Mhm.
Combat.
Uh-huh.
Hit you with my swinging with my 3/4.
17.
Okay. Second vein. Pay to DT.
Mhm.
This is gonna take some thought.
Yeah. Mm. I will say this DT and probably my next two draws are very quickly going to determine the pace of this game.
Extremely so. Oh, actually, I just realized I should be tapping differently for the DT. I should be tapping that way. Sorry.
Mm. Mhm.
I'm going to put this card in my hand.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That is certainly an interesting card.
Art, as are they all.
This is going to be pass.
Uh, at some point during your turn, I'm going to untap Eater of the Dead by exiling your Saber-Toothed Tiger.
Yep. Uh, that is, by the way, not a great call.
It's not an unlimited resource, but I'm aware that regrowth is a card you could have. I haven't seen it yet,
Fair.
but especially coming out of Ice Age that just gave us reprints of a bunch of those kinds of cards.
Yeah, and
I
going.
want to be
Yeah,
wary of it.
it is over to you.
Mhm. Plus, I minimum have
Two more.
2 other resets of it. Swamp for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Step 6.
Uh-huh.
Brain Geyser for 4.
Sure.
Hit you with my Eater of the Dead.
Sounds perfectly reasonable, 14.
Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Oh, that's so rough. That's so rough.
Hmm. Combat for lethal.
Exile your Thallid in order to untap Eater of the Dead.
Yep. Block square.
I'm going to block here and here.
Really?
Yep.
Bolt face, good game.
I mean, yeah. What was that really though? I'm so confused. What was that really?
I was expecting Shaman to actually trade instead of trade negative.
Um, the unfortunate fact of the matter was I fully expected, especially with you going in with the Saprolings here, that there was going to be no trade. I
Hmm.
know you're on Giant Growth. I know you're on Stampedes. I was fully expecting that regardless of what it blocked, it wasn't going to be a trade.
Fair.
I was also, and because I was expecting a combat trick anyway, um, it felt totally reasonable to expect that I would need to pump my Eater of the Dead as well.
Fair. Uh,
So that, and also, I mean, I was going to be close enough to death anyway, as evidenced by that lightning bolt. You want to know the most frustrating card that I drew off of that Brains Geyser?
yes.
Ashes to Ashes.
Oh.
Dust to
Ooh,
Dust.
rough. Yeah. What else was your hand? So I assumed DT was for a counterspell of some flavor.
DT was actually for the Brain Geyser.
Ooh,
I
really?
figured, so here was my logic. I figured I have a lot of land. I have, and same as you figured, if I can turn this corner of the next like 2 turns, I can take back control of this game. I can like win. And Brain
Huh?
Geyser was the perfect card, in theory at least. It was the perfect card to restock my hand with all the different things that I would need in order to make that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is.
The problem was, off the Brain Geyser, I drew Ashes to Ashes, 2 swamps, and a vampire bat.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was a pretty firm thrashing, I would say.
Yeah, Bolt was my draw for the last turn. I just hit a Night Soil, and I thought about it. I really did. And then I checked graveyards, and I was like, oh, nope, none of the graveyards have it, so
Also, I assume that it's now a cost, yeah.
yeah.
But like we would have ended up in a war between my Eater of the Dead and your Night Soil, where I'm fighting to keep exactly one creature in the graveyards at any given time.
Yes. And that trade had me hitting a point where I had the ability to prevent you from keeping Eater up like that.
Mhm. Yeah. I really thought for a minute there that I was gonna get to turn the corner.
Yeah, you were definitely hitting it. Geyser is definitely probably a reasonable fetch. I think, however, you couldn't get Geyser pretty much no matter what.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
I think Geyser in this exact scenario where
Yeah.
you like I still don't have the bolt in hand. You are
Mhm.
staring down
There's 4 creatures on the other side of the board.
4 creatures and 2 damage pretty much any way. If I have any pump, any direct damage, which I have 2 bolt and a chain lightning, or if I have either of my 2 panics, then you're pretty much unable to like respond effectively.
Yeah, but I don't have an actual I don't have a card in my deck that one of the faults of the way this deck currently sits. I don't really have an answer to that, period.
Yeah, you're not.
I don't really the way the way the deck is currently built because, of what I'd been fighting previous, I considered having a couple of sweepers available to me. I don't have any sweepers.
Yes. And
There like any option that I picked would be vulnerable to an okay, I'm gonna swing with even 3 guys uh pump the last one.
no, because the only pumps I have is growth, and that would
Uh-huh.
require me draw 2 of them in order to kill you.
In order to kill me in 1 turn, yes. In order to kill me in 2 is a lot more reasonable, and that's the clock I was figuring.
Yeah, but like drawing you into two is drawing me into two in my list is harder because like I have no
Sure.
actual draw, citing
Yeah.
the two panic and however much
Panic and
value I can get
panic
out
doesn't
of
count.
library.
Yeah, I figured the I figured that I do think Brain Geyser was a reasonable call because the all I had to do was I had to sack one combat. I like
Mm,
had to fade one combat, and I could, but I would have room to try and stabilize. I could have tried to go for like the other option is to go for like an unsummon or like another single target removal spell,
yeah,
and that doesn't really solve the problem so much as like delay it a little bit. And
yeah.
maybe that would have been enough in context, like in context of you drew the bolt, but you know, I gambled on fading one combat before I had to die.
And even then, like, I was definitely in a position coming out of that, like, the one combat faded, how you faded it would have been lethal for you anyways.
Oh, I absolutely without any intervention, you were in a lethal position, basically, regardless of what I was doing.
Yeah, and like, the
Like
one removal spell you pulled into would not have been able to deal with it.
the the math provided no interruption. The math is I kill one of your two attack guys, I kill the other of your and successfully block the other. I kill the other of your two attack guys. By that time, you've dealt 4 damage to me with Saprolings, and by the time I get to blocking either of the Saprolings, the other one kills me.
Yeah. I am still pretty happy on Thelen's chant.
Felons can't. I
Like,
I don't.
you're not playing into it, but if you're on this particular list, it is a card that is constantly preventing you from playing lands that could make Brain Geyser worse, and pretty much up until you hit 5, slows your roll so badly that you have to that it's hard to ignore. I've never gotten it in a hand where I could turn to it, which is when it becomes bad.
I I I gotta disagree because I've been able to. It hasn't been super hard to work around,
No, it's not,
and
but
the only
it's
times that it has really done like the thing, it has done like the thing in such a way that like it really could have changed the game. Is that today, game one,
yes.
it forced me to sack some things out of position, or like a thing out of position.
I'm not upset with that because, like, even if
Yeah,
it is just forcing you to get rid of things out of position, Felons is still probably one of my better, like, slow you pieces. Like, I'm on Meatstone, so I'm attacking your top end there, and Felons is attacking you on your board and saying either you sack things out of turn, especially if I can play it in a point where you're having to do so, which I've not had a hand that can turn to the Felons, or you're going to be taking chip damage for it. Neither of those is bad for what I'm doing. I think if I get, like, if I actually manage to get elves, then, like, Felon's Chant becomes significantly more reasonable. Because part of the problem with this is I only have one of any of the viable elves. Like, I only have one Fyndhorn, I only have one Llanowar, I have one Deep Shadow, but that doesn't make the color of mana I need. And so, like, I can't sculpt hands that look nice around that card because I only have 4 cards that make the curve work. This
I do
being,
think next.
like,
I do think that the options I have going into next set are also like either go faster or deliberately go slower.
yes. I might try something new, but I don't know about doing it in Homelands specifically.
Well, speaking of as we get to Homelands, the first thing we actually have to do is I have a wheel I've got to spin.
You do have a wheel to spin, and I actually have to, like, pull up your stream to watch the wheel spin instead
Yeah.
of just, like, vibing.
All right, here we go. This is. Ooh.
Comment.
That's not as bad as it seems.
Well, it's not good.
How bad that is. Okay. It wholly depends. My initial thought of it wholly depends on, like whether like the original like. We established it doesn't. Is it? It's not from the current set, right? It's just
It's in
one.
general.
Yeah. Checklist. Because like the bolt cycle is at common.
I don't think the full thing is.
Is well as a great is Ancestral Recall. No, Ancestral Recall is a rare in the original.
I was just saying, like,
As it should be. As
no,
it
I
should
don't
be.
think the cycle uh is actually all common. I think every card but Recall and probably Writ are
Dark
common.
Rit is definitely a common. Dark Rit was definitely a common.
I figured Dark Writ was an uncommon, but that's common. Yeah, fine.
I got so many Dark Rituals. There was it was a common.
Okay.
I've seen 8 copies of that stupid card. It's a great card, but I've seen 8 copies of the thing.
Yes. So, you you don't get Recall.
I don't get Recall.
You could get Growth,
But
Bolts, or Salve.
let's not kid ourselves. I'm not getting Salve.
It's on the list. I'm not saying you should, but it is on the list.
No, it's a fair point.
Swords isn't uncommon.
Yeah, unfortunately. Ooh, looking through. What am I running now that I would have liked more of if it is a common? I could get a third Cabal-Ghoul, probably.
Is that really something you need?
Oh, it's an uncommon, so I couldn't even.
Oh.
Is Brainstorm a common?
I think it's
Probably
uncommon.
not. No, it is.
It's
I could get a second Brainstorm.
You should actually check. Remember, this is a
It's
time
common
period.
in Ice Age.
Nice. Yeah, this is a time period when we don't actually get colors for rarities.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually been common quite a bit.
Okay. Brainstorm 2.
It could be. But like I have a lot to think about here.
Yeah.
Um I could very easily go in a maybe even go black green and go super ramp, like try and drop an Eater of the Dead on turn 2 consistently nonsense.
Hmm.
Um or I could go, okay, nobody's playing this game until I say so.
All of those are valid options. Um,
Because I've been on hymns and such. I've got the rack and such sitting in reserve. I've been
you can't
sitting
run the
on
rack.
uh cursed rack, sorry.
That one you can run.
No,
Uh,
the rack.
no, that one's banned.
Oh, we banned that one?
Yep,
Oh,
that
we
was the
did, didn't
first one.
we?
That was the
Right,
first
yeah,
ban.
I banned that one.
Uh-huh.
No, it's Black Vise that's banned.
Oh, Vice is banned. Why
So
did you
to
ban?
recap our banned list, it is Black Vise and Erg Raiders.
Yep, because I unbanned the one card that I wanted off.
Yeah. What did Black Vise do to me that I decided it had to die?
It prevented you from doing Library of Alexandria because it dealt damage to you equal to the number of cards in your hand above
That was
7.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did. It was annoying for library shenanigans. Yup, that's exactly what it did.
And I get 2 packs
You get
of
2 packs of 4th.
4th. Alright then. While I have you and while I'm looking,
Uh-huh.
what do you want to do about Chronicles? And also Portal?
Alright. Let's start by talking through what those sets are.
Absolutely. Chronicles is 4th edition .5.
Tell me more, because that's not gonna tell a lot of people what that means.
Okay, 4th edition is the one that we're currently pulling from for our extra packs, and it is a core set. It is what the designers think should be core to the game at this point in time.
Mhm.
Are they right? Are they wrong? Fully debatable. It's just what they think is core to the colors right now.
Yeah,
Chronicles is a reprint set that instead of
of
trying to be
course.
a core set, which is what we determined is our like win pool cards, it is instead meant to be a patch-up set for sets that didn't get printed a lot.
Hmm. So, like, the Dark, like,
It is
uh
Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, and the Dark.
mhm,
It is fully a reprint set that was available for Chronicles only in English and Japanese.
mhm,
Its sister set Renaissance is only available in French, German, and Italian.
mhm.
And it is designed to be not like a real set, but is more intended to be these are cards that are good, that are very playable, that don't actually have a lot of printings. And so
Mhm.
they put them into a sheet, put it into a bunch of uh 12 to 8 card packs, and printed them.
Yeah, how many cards are in the packs for the Chronicles stuff?
I checked at one point and I don't remember. Let me look.
That's okay.
That's Alliance. Alliance is
Okay.
12. Because I always make sure and check the next two-ish sets. And I talked about Chronicles, I pulled it up, and then I promptly forgot what Chronicles
It's okay.
was. Is there a way to... No, there's not a way. There's not a way to search sets. There it is. It's in Other.
Mm.
It's so much not a product that it's in Other.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 12 card set.
Okay. All right. So Chronicles is a reprint set, much like you would call da, da, da. Oh, I'm losing the name for it
It's a
now.
master set, technically.
Um,
Mm,
but
like,
let's move on from that for a moment at least, because the other set you mentioned,
is like the full Portal run.
Portal doesn't happen until significantly later,
Portal happens in
1997.
yes, but not time-wise. Uh, week-wise, it would be 5 weeks, which is a little over a month.
But let's deal with that a little closer to that.
Sure. Chronicles.
Chronicles 12 card packs, yeah?
12 card packs, all reprints.
Which would mean normally we'd be opening 120 packs of it.
Uh-huh. I was
Or sorry,
figuring
10 packs of it.
I was figuring 5.
Yeah, let's open 5 of that, and then Homelands is an 8 card set, right?
Yes.
5 of that, 15 of Homelands,
Uh,
because 15 is the
yeah.
120 number.
Yep.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Because
Sounds like a plan.
this is definitely going to be a set where we get more things that we want.
Mhm. But before we do that, you also have some actual fourth edition
Yes,
packs to
I have
open.
actual 4th edition to open. I have 2 4th edition to open.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna open that. I'm just gonna let you do that while I set up my ba, 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 pool for, because I'm gonna do the other two just both at once.
Mhm.
Homelands.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Tell me more.
Um, well, I
You don't have
have
to tell me more, but
1, 2, 3. Just like I can count, I've got 5 cards already that I can throw back for another pack of this.
well,
Um,
that might not be the worst plan.
no, I'm not upset about it at all. 6. I have a plague rat that I wasn't counting.
Neat.
However, the oh no is mana barbs.
Uh, Mana Barbs is certainly a card to be
Is
considering.
certainly a card to think about. I am going to uh I'm going to
Save those.
yeah, I'm going to save this and drop it into the sideboard of where I'm
By the
keeping
way,
my pool.
when you get confused and can't figure out where Chronicles is in the card pool section for Draftmancer,
Yeah, it's in
they've
other.
hidden it under Other.
Yeah, I figured that out. Yeah, I definitely have like 4 or 5 cards I have a full pack reroll out of this set, which is wild.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, hey, 4th edition, it makes me happy. Alright.
Homelands, Chronicles.
Chronicles.
Oh, when you customize, I'm just gonna have to do this one at a time because trying to do both at the same time is just going to cause me pain.
Yeah, that makes
I'll
sense.
do Chronicles first then.
Alright, 5 Chronicles.
5 Chronicles.
What the fuck?
I got 6 rares out of this,
I have 5 of
including a.
them. I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard of one of them.
I love seeing a card and never having heard of it. I also have such a card.
Alright, what do you have?
Target player name. Petra Sphinx. It is a for 2 and white, white, white. It is a 3/4, not flyer, despite having wings in the art.
Nice.
Target player names a card, then turns over the top card of his or her library. If it is the card named, it goes into their hand. Otherwise, it goes into their graveyard.
Wild. I have righteousness.
What's
White.
righteousness?
White. Target blocking creature gets +7/+7 until end of turn.
Okay.
Uh-huh, that's sure a card.
That is. You've seen that card, Sniper? What
You
nonsense were you doing that you saw?
when did you see righteousness?
Yeah, for a single white. Why?
R- Righteousness?
What were you doing that righteousness was in your search? Jeez. Useless. A lot of them. I got
Or
a second copy of Rune Sword.
nice. That's a usable card, question mark.
No.
Cool.
It's a 6 mana proto equipment, which means you pay 3 and tap to quote unquote equip it, and it just stays tapped to keep give it the buff. But
Nice.
incredibly, sorry. You do have to re-equip it every turn,
Oh boy.
and the buff you have to equip it to an attacking creature, and the buff is +2/+0, and disintegrate. So if it dies, exile it.
Wow.
What an incredible card!
Yeah, what a card, huh?
Uh huh.
To repull my Chronicles because I keep forgetting that it doesn't reset your set selection
No,
when you go to change sets. So it just adds them in.
I gotta say though, the only card out of I probably have another like full. Also, I'll have another full like pack out of these as well, and
Bestie,
uh
I have all the Tormod script I'm ever going to need for the rest of time.
please no.
Got 5 of them now.
Uh,
Oh, nice, and Felden's Cade. That's a good card.
I did get a Solkanar the Swamp King. Isn't that great?
Sure. Everyone loves Sulkanar the Swamp King.
Actually, I combined that and the City of Brass I pulled, and like a life gain option. Just saying.
Oh
For a
boy.
5/5 Swamp Walker with whenever you cast a black spell, gain a life. Just saying. There are worse cards to be playing among the legends of legends.
There are worse options, yes. I have the
Uh,
Fallen.
Yo, the Fallen rocks.
Fallen
Like
does not rock.
it's not it's unfortunately expensive as a card, but just as an art, the
Oh, it
Fallen
looks
rocks.
really cool. It's also one of the worst cards I've ever seen.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. It's the Fallen.
It's a 2/3 that during your upkeep deals 1 damage to each opponent it previously has dealt damage to.
Oh, sorry, I'm conflating the Fallen with the Wretched.
Yeah, no, those are 2 different cards.
The Wretched is a 5-mana 2/5 that at end of combat you gain control of all creatures that were blocking it.
No, this is a 4 mana 2/3 that during your upkeep deals 1 damage to each opponent that it previously damaged. Hang on,
Weak
let's
card design.
let's see the Fallen. Let's see what the errata text is.
It has dealt damage to this game. It just does the thing. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Oh, but don't worry, the effect isn't cumulative.
No. Why would it be?
So this 2/3 will always deal 3 damage if it connects.
I love the notes on it. The Fallen's ability causes it to deal damage only to opponents of its current controller.
Yep.
If it's dealt damage to you, but you're the controller, you won't be damaged. Oh,
I
I'm gonna
also
open my Homelands pack and get ready for suffering.
Oh yeah. I also enjoy that the Fallen specifically doesn't remember the players that it's dealt damage to.
Only if it like leaves the field, which it makes sense. It's a new object at
That
that point.
that makes sense, but I like that they had to make a specific note about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Well,
Um,
um,
yeah.
I'm not even looking at the whole
I'm
set of
s-
cards yet. I'm just looking at the.
uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Bury target
Huh.
non-artifact attacking creature and put a shadow token into play. It is a black creature with power and toughness equal to power and toughness of that attacking creature. Bury shadow token at the end of turn.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Where are you getting shadow tokens? I want shadow tokens.
You're not allowed them. You didn't get the rare.
I don't know what all the
That is Broken Visage.
what's the mana cost on that?
5.
Oh, alas. I did get a black carriage, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not actually even excited about black carriage.
I am aware you're not. You know what I have?
What?
8 memory lapse.
I have 3.
Spells ain't never gonna fucking resolve.
Okay, those are interesting at least, but they're also bad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I forgot about the lands of this set.
Oh, they're bad.
They do come in untapped, and
That
you can tap them to add a color list for free.
yeah, that doesn't.
It goes downhill rapidly from there.
Uh-huh. That does not make them better. You want to know what's funny?
What?
I have cards that I would actually put into this deck.
Hmm.
I have 4 Carapace.
Good for you.
Target creature gets +0/+2, and you can pay 0 and sacrifice it to regenerate target creature.
Uh huh. I got 4 copies of Dry Spell.
I have 3.
1 in a black for a sorcery that deals 1 damage to each creature and player. It's a sweeper.
Loosely.
Hey, for what your deck was doing tonight, it's a sweeper.
This is true. I
Oh, that's actually a good card. Is this card common? I doubt it, but no, wait, really? Hold on. What? No. God.
oh, it's Dry Spell Common.
Yes, but that's not what I was looking up.
Hmm.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It may come up later, but don't worry about it for now. By the way, what was that baffling pick that
I
that
swapped in 2 Panic for 2 Wild Growth.
you took out 2 wild growth for panic?
Yes.
Huh.
And it was explicitly because the Wild Growths annoyed me. Like, they had displeased me, and so they were banished.
That's so funny. That's really funny, actually.
I I have 3 Giant Growth, and I went, oh, I have 4 Giant Growth, and I'm like, oh yeah, Giant Growth. That was a Wild Growth. I'm like, you are now no longer my favorite child. I was equally thinking of making them Goblin War Drums,
Mhm.
but I thought Panic was better because it actually drew me fucking cards
Mhm.
instead of what I was doing, which was nothing.
Oh, another card that's in this set is Merchant Scroll.
Uh-huh. It sure is in the set. Just like Personal
Uh-huh.
Tutor is in one of the portals.
Uh-huh.
I have so many Abbey Matron, and I'm gonna turn those all in.
Mhm.
The fuck is
I actually picked up 3 of the rare Minotaur, the rare like
the red
Minotaur's
one?
Matter Minotaur. Yeah, the two red for 1/3. All Minotaurs get +1/+0. I got 3 of it, and I got 1 other red Minotaur.
Nice. I have a decent number of red
Sorry, I do actually have
Minotaurs.
a couple of other red Minotaur. I do actually have Anaba Bodyguards, which are two
Yeah,
3 first strikes for 4. I have 6 of them.
I have 5 of them, but I have 2 Anaba Shaman,
Ooh.
a 4-mana 2/2 that for a red and a 1 pings the thing. For a red and tapping it just ping.
Ooh.
More interesting though, I have a full playset of Labyrinth Minotaur.
I do have 3 Labyrinth Minotaur, but, like, I don't know. I feel like red-blue Minotaurs is not where it's at. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Oh, you think red blue Minotaurs isn't good?
Probably not. How many other Minotaurs do I have?
Probably not enough. You're probably Probably the next best Minotaurs are coming from this set, and then Herloon Minotaur.
For real. Do I even have many copies? I have a full playset of Herloon.
Oh, that's fun. Yo,
I think that's all the other Minotaurs I have.
I have Chandler and Urin the Restless.
Uh,
Urin the Restless is a real consideration.
it is a 5/2 haste.
A 5-mana
With a
5/2 with
regenerate
haste
ability.
and a regeneration? That's nothing to sneeze at.
You could. You could do a lot worse.
I have done a lot worse, as slighted by the fact that I'm still negative.
Hi, you won this one.
This is true. My overall record is still negative, and my match record is still negative. But that is true. I did win this one.
I think you fairly well turned the corner on what I was doing. I think it's now going to be my turn to try and like course correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get for for accidentally sitting down and playing Minecraft for 4 hours last night instead of deck building.
That was not accidental. I watched you the whole time have a discussion and when I built my deck a week ago. I sure hope his is done.
There wasn't to my credit, there wasn't too much to do. Like I had to decide what blue I was deciding in.
Hmm. It's so funny that Castle Sengir, Asen Abbey, and Koskin Keep are the best multicolor lands we have access to aside from the duels.
Yeah. There was a long period after the original duels where they just assumed that you would have them. But you are forgetting one in terms of multicolored lands.
Oh, the Pain lands?
Not even. I don't think we've gotten those yet, have we?
We got those. I think we got slow pains.
I don't have any of those, so I can't attest. If we got them, I didn't pull them. No, I'm actually referring to I pulled a City of Brass from my Chronicles packs.
Oh yeah, City of Brass. Yes, we have actual pains from Ice Age.
Huh. You know, getting a Black X duel might also just be a very genuine.
Uh, Too bad, they're all rares.
No. All right. I am going to take these and start looking at them for deck building
Yeah?
after I log off for the evening. But in the meantime, I would like to get in some Masochist before I log off tonight.
No, that's very fair. I have been streaming for
As long as I've ever seen you stream, actually.
yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours more than you have.
Yeah, you've been on for like fully 3.
Yeah.
Which is actually your normal stream length now.
It
So
is.
not as bad as I uh presumed.
No, I'm not doing bad at all. These Wednesdays are definitely my long ones because of explicitly the fact that I like having a bit of time. I like using the time that you're not here to do just whatever.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
that makes a lot of sense.
Uh, I will see my stream this Saturday to be doing some Psychonauts running. And I will Yeah, I'm running. I'm running. I will likely in the first hour be doing some trick learning, mainly fly, because that's like the big one. But I'm going to do going to actually start the run, like the moment I feel comfortable with flying. It's definitely going to be long, so I will forewarn other people who might intend to use me as plans, but I am going to same. I've hit 1,000 total. I've not put. I have 4 in considering. I put every other card into side, so I need to deal with that. Yeah, thank you. This was very fun. Good night.